Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from MetLife Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Hall again on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
They go play action now. Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. This is up and good from Pinheiro. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
carry here for Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
10. Red, yellow. Cut.
Now Cunningham. Oh, Hill. Great grab. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Let's go now.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Got it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Try 2.
Here's Cunningham. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Weston, just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready. Ready.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, It allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Wilson Brown in motion right. Play action. It's Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Chopper, chopper.
A give running right is Hall. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
66.
Now it's Wilson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
80 weapons, 80 weapons. Exit.
Now Wilson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
To the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Let's go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Blue striker. Ready?
Cunningham looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
On third down, Wilson. And he'll find Hall. Finding room at midfield.
Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Pushes him over. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Jets have moved out in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, still in the first half here, a long way to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Black open. Red green. Black is stick. Ready.
Cunningham. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On the set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black shot.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Jermaine Johnson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Now Brown.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They go play action with Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Hollywood Marquise Brown with career touchdown number 60.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Come on, set. Strike 60. Guard red. You, yellow.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Now Cunningham. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Ready, set.
Now a first down throw, Cunningham. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Ready up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Field, right. Yellow, go. Blue, go.
Cunningham to throw.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go, Pete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Let's go now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Red, yellow.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
They find some open field here. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready, ready. Blue dog forfeit. Blue dog forfeit.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready,
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Drill 52. Slide 2. Ready?
On first down, it's Cunningham.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Right.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Cunningham, and that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Topper. Go. 4 minutes. Exit.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson,
75 yards.
And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Cunningham. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 24, Wilson. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Room here to run. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do. there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
A handoff for Hall.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll run with Hall.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
That one complete to Hill. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards.
And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Hall again.
And getting this just shy of midfield is spotted at the 49.
97 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Running left, it's Hall.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Now Cunningham. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 68 yards.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. In motion, Hill.
Black shot. 6. Mega.
On second down, here's Cunningham. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy. Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. T. Higgins, 28 yards.
And the Jets up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Cunningham looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll give to Hall. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken at the goal line.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out.
He's got a man complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
97.
Back to throw. Cunningham. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Wilson wants to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the loose.